Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I've got a dual perspective match for you today with me in the Harekaze and Rooke in his Bismarck, and yeah, I hope you enjoy it. So I'm going to try and get into the alpha cap, get an early cap, get some points on the board, and Rooke's backing me up in his Bismarck. He's just behind. We'll be switching to his perspective in a moment. Now, there's a Dutch cruiser behind that island in front, and he could prove difficult, as you will find out. So I'm sending some torpedoes just in case he does decide to pop round the corner. Now we've got a Farragut coming in as well. He's like 4.5 kilometres away. Decide to open water gunboat the Endracht, which is a mistake in retrospect. I probably shouldn't have done this, but you know, mistakes happen, I guess. And switching to Rooke's perspective, you can see the Endracht has sent some bombers. He's trying to drop me. I'm reversing out of the way, and he misses that salvo completely, which is good for us. Rooke's opening fire on the Endracht as well here. The Farragut decides to come round the corner and gunfight me, so I'm returning fire. And I do take quite a lot of damage there from that Farragut. They played pretty well at that point. But Rooke's taking the Endracht under fire, and I smoke up at this point because there's so many planes about in this game, it's ridiculous. I think there's 2 Dutch cruisers, there's also an aircraft carrier as well. So I decide to get a little bit of stealth going on there, and Rooke decides he's going to shoot on the Xianyang in the Bravo cap. And there's another plane coming in from the Endracht. I think this time he's going to drop Rooke in. Yeah, he does that with his parachute bombs. He manages to cause a fire on Rooke's bow there. And we've got a Bismarck flanking round, which is a little bit concerning. However, he's lost quite a lot of health, so it shouldn't be too much of a problem. We've got an Harekaze here helping out as well. So Rooke opens fire on him, manages to get a little bit of damage into him. I'm going to take him under fire in the smoke screen as well. And you can see there's a carrier drop coming in on the Harekaze as well. So yeah, I'm just spamming HE at this guy's superstructure. Hopefully we can deal with this Bismarck in quick fashion, and we do. So switching back to Rooke's perspective, he's still looking at the Endracht and trying to get some damage into him, but he's pretty much dug in behind that island, and he's going to take a little bit of rooting out, as you'll see later on. And he's coming in with another strike with his parachute bombers. Rooke gets his eye in the sky using his plane and blind fires the corner there, trying to get a bit more damage into the Endracht. But I think we're good. He hasn't taken too much damage so far. Right, I'm going to try and get a torpedo send going on this bay. At this point we've decided that we're going to move around the corner rather than just hang around in that cap. We're a big target there. So got a fire on the bay. He's speeded up, so I don't think the torpedo send's going to do anything there, but I've smoked up. I'm just going to stay in the smoke and pew pew. Getting a lot of non-pens as usual. I mean, done 4 fires so far, so it's not too bad. And back to Rooke's perspective. And these secondaries are just glorious on the Bismarck, they sound fantastic. We lost the Amagi there. And I think this salvo is going to hurt this guy. And it does, he gets a lovely salvo into him there, 12,000 damage. And I managed to steal Rooke's kill, which is lovely. Oh dear, you couldn't make it up, could you? I didn't mean to do that either, but you know, it happens. So yeah, we've spotted the Farragut, and I'm spamming him with the HE. And I think I managed to get a couple of hits into him here. And there he is, spotted again. So switching back to Rooke's perspective, he's going to get a shot off on this guy. And he's turning right, which is making it a little bit easier to hit him as well. So, and Rooke manages to get the kill. That's Rooke's first kill of the game. And I'm trying to shoot this Endrak behind the island. With limited success, it has to be said. Yeah, I seem to be hitting more island than boat there. But, you know. Oh, here we go. 3 pens. 7. Better than a poke in the eye with a sharp stick, I guess. Back to Rooke's perspective, and he's opening up with the secondaries as I'm spotting the Endrak for him. Yeah, he managed to get a hit on him there, which is nice. We've got pretty good arcs of these secondaries on the Bismarck. And he just goes out of vision. I get a shot off and stay in stealth, which is quite nice. Desperately trying to spot him again for Rooke. But our Ryujo's coming in. I think he's going to make a drop on this guy, so hopefully he won't be lasting too much longer. And yeah, the carrier gets him. So fast forward 2 minutes, and teams are pretty even. We're better on points, 600 to 370. So yeah, it's still anybody's game. We've got control of Alpha and Bravo cap, and the enemy have only got BBs left and a CV, whereas we've got 2 BBs, myself in the DD and a CV as well. So really we've got the advantage, we've got the eyes really, and we can do something in this game. I mean, we're top tier as well, so which helps, as you know. I'm going to get some torpedoes out in his general direction, kind of predicting that he's going to go bow onto Rooke there. So those torps might have a chance. And I decide to smoke up for Rooke, so he can just travel into that smoke and he can just use his secondaries and stay unspotted, which is a nice trick with the secondary BBs. And he's got a couple of fires on the guy there, which is fantastic. And the secondaries are keeping up the work. And they just sound absolutely glorious. And I'm just using my HE to supplement Rooke's fire there. And it also looks as though the sign-up might be taking a torpedo, so switching back to my perspective briefly. And yeah, I managed to get my third kill of the game there. Back to Rooke, and there's an airstrike coming in. So we'll see what happens here. There's also a Massachusetts north of the Charlie Cap. I think he's going to come round and probably engage as well. Yeah, I just got eyes on the Massa there. And Rooke's shooting down some planes. But he does get a strike off on Rooke, but it's not hugely damaging. But he just took a fairly big hit there from the Massachusetts B. So at this point I decide to travel into the Bravo Cap and get in some cover behind the little island there in the middle of the Cap circle. And Rooke's going to engage this Massachusetts, and he's getting a bit of damage into him. The secondaries open up. I just love the sound of these secondaries. Absolutely glorious. And yeah, there's a torpedo strike coming in from Rooke's back, and he's set the Massachusetts on fire, shot down some more aircraft, and he's going to avoid those torpedoes as well, which is fantastic. And I'm just behind the island in complete stealth, shooting HE at the Massa superstructure, trying to get a fire myself. Perfectly safe in this position. Switching back to Rooke. So this is where the action is. And yeah, I think we're pretty much dismantling this Massachusetts at this point. And Rooke gets another fire on him and a kill for a close quarters expert. Superb. And looks as though all we need to do now is deal with this Normandy, or rather Rooke needs to deal with this Normandy. It's well out of my gun range, so there's not a lot I can do at this point. But I was thinking, you know, if Rooke does die, I can at least stay alive, and if we had to, I could probably still get into the Charlie Cap at this point. And the enemy team are absolutely desperate to kill Rooke, and he gets his Confederate there, which is super. Secondary's opening up, but we don't need the secondaries. So Rooke scores 128,519 damage with 3 kills, 20 aircraft shot down, Confederate, close quarters expert and high caliber. And there we both are, sitting pretty at the top of the table, 3 kills each. Rooke at the top of the board. Rooke's hit list there. Got the Massachusetts B, the Normandy and the Farragut, and 146 secondary hits for 21,500 damage. And there's the list of my kill secures. Sign up by Bismarck, got some damage into the Endrak, Farragut and Massachusetts as well. And as always guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye bye.